I don't believe that. They'll dig us out. And if they don't, our families will. With their bare hands if it's necessary.
So, Grandma, what did you think of the 33?
I thought the movie makers did a superb job. I remember 5 years ago being fascinated by the story of the rescue, but the filmmakers, they went to all the trouble to show us what happened before and who the people were and what happened down underneath to trap them, as well as the world witnessed rescue at the end, because the whole world really was watching by that time, which shows you what the world media can do, focusing on a story like that. And of course the conditions in the mine and what happened when the collapse, all of that was very well done. I thought it was quite clear what a situation they were in. But then I was fascinated by the fact that these 33 men could and did survive down there under such extreme physical and emotional conditions and not tear each other to bits. You know, human beings can be very violent and vicious under circumstances like that, and these 33 were able to overcome those, unfortunately, natural inclinations among folks. The filmmakers, I thought, they had a lot of, I think, probably technical advice, technical input on how to present what was going on there. And it was all very clear. I remember being fascinated when it happened, and this was even more fascinating because it was so clear how desperate a situation they were in. How many days was it? 60 days? 62? The total that they were down there?
More than 2 months.
Yeah, it was more than 2 months. What did you think?
Well, I mean, I thought it was all right. I don't know that it was a great film or even a very good film, but it was good, I would say. I thought Antonio Banderas, the sort of the leader of the miners, was very good. Lou Diamond Phillips as sort of the supervisor.
Yes.
He sort of got better and better as it went along. Again, his character was sort of a thankless character in the beginning, got a lot of the criticism. But then, again, as is evidenced by really all the characters, they all sort of bonded as time went on, no matter what may have, they may have started out a certain way and then they, bonded together. Again, I thought a lot of the story was, it's a very sort of basic story. It's life and death, and it's, getting back to your family and your loved ones, and
how important that is.
And it's the,
that's what life is all about.
Yeah. Again, it wasn't terribly complicated.
No.
As a result.
Well, and you knew how it was going to come out, so it wasn't a suspense.
Well, yeah, that was the other thing. Again,
you know how it is going to resolve itself. They do come up a little tube. What was it called? The Phoenix. And yes, you come back
again,
to life.
This is another one of those films, though, as you were saying, that we know how it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about
how that happens,
how they got out,
mm-hmm.
how they
happens.
lived through it, that sort of thing, and you like it or don't like it depending on how interesting you find that. And you know, it was sort of interesting. It wasn't terribly interesting. I mean,
One of the things at the end, or toward the end, I mean, we knew it was about to be the end, when the drill couldn't get through because of this barrier,
right,
and the team had to work together again,
right,
using their minor skills, you know, the things that they knew to blow a hole in just the right place at just the right time so that it wouldn't collapse on them and make the drill possible to come through. I thought, okay, the teamwork, this is really good for the men. They have a project, they can work on it, they can do it together.
Well, and again, they weren't so far gone mentally because of the, you know, as you were saying earlier, the stress and the whatever, the stir craziness they might have gone through.
Well, they had
to be able to, you know, draw upon their mining skills and help out.
What was really critical, I would think, in any kind of situation like this was they finally did have contact with the outside world.
Right.
They were able to video up to the top and, you know, talk to people. They got nourishment so that physically and mentally they were in better shape. So by the time they needed that knowledge how to do this, they were in
weren't
the shape.
So weakened.
Yeah, they were in the shape to do it because they were getting pretty bad shape.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me, really, that nobody died. Of the 33, even the guy that was about to retire, they all survived. And they did it with human grit, determination, cooperation, as hard as that would be in a situation like that. So since you knew how it came out, you know, and it did end positively, you didn't have enough suspense to keep
yeah, I mean, some of that, and it was a bit corny at times. Again, I don't think that, again, the writing and such, you know. Well, how would you wrap it all up then? What would you say about this?
I would recommend it, yes, especially since it's such a well-known event in the world. I would recommend that you see it and see how often they were about to give up, you know. And if the filmmakers were being actual and being truthful on what was going on with the rescuers up above, several times they came very close to giving it up. Okay, we can't do anything. We don't even know if they're still alive. And
the people,
even after they did know they were alive, there were a couple of times.
And the miners themselves almost gave up several times too.
Yeah.
So it was a difficult situation. I don't know that I would necessarily recommend it. I could sort of take it or leave it. Again, I think it was all right. It's not a bad film, but you know, I don't know that I would necessarily.
Wasn't gripping.
No, I wouldn't go out of my way to see it, but it's all right.
Okay.
Okay.